We're going to start a new Fordite painting project. This is a horse skull. Horse skulls are pretty unique in that they're really long. They've got this cranial crest right here. They make really unique art projects. I found this skull while hiking in the desert. It's probably an old Mustang skull because there were some Mustangs roaming around. A couple things about horse skulls is that they typically always crack. They have a lot of cracking on them, so it's important to seal those cracks before you start your project. So the process is clean the skull, make sure there's no dried tissue. You can see a little bit of dried tissue right here. Degrease the skull, soak it in a peroxide solution, or whatever method you want to use to degrease the skull. And then using an epoxy clay, fill in these cracks, sand it down smooth so it matches the topography of the skull, and then you're ready to start applying paint. So as we're going to get started on this skull, I'll walk you through the process really quickly, but I also have a how-to video so you can check that out. And then we're going to make a really unique art piece with this horse skull. It's just something you don't see very often. It's a conversation starter for sure. So join me. This skull was actually pretty clean. I sprayed it off with high pressure water and then I soaked it in a bleach peroxide solution. Once that was done, there was a little remaining flesh which I removed with my Dremel. It's really important when you're sanding bone or using a Dremel on bone to wear a respirator because bone dust is very toxic and once it gets into your lungs can cause problems. Then I used an epoxy clay and filled in the cracks and some of the rodent damage. You want to push the epoxy clay into the crack and then use some water to smooth it out as best you can. Once it's dry, then you can come back and sand it to match the topography of the bone. Once you then layer paint over that area, multiple layers of paint, it sort of softens any kind of form left from the epoxy clay. But if you can push that clay into the cracks and use some water at this stage, it really reduces the amount of sanding that you're going to have to do later. At this stage, I will just let the video show the rest of the process. But if there is any questions that you have, or if you'd like me to elaborate on any of the processes of the Fordite method, please just leave me a comment below. Hey, thanks for watching. If you've gotten this far in the video, I just want to thank you. And if you have any questions, please just drop me a comment below. And if you like this content, would you please subscribe and/or drop me a comment below and let me know. I know it's not for everybody, but skull art is really unique, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.